What can you say about Torun that hasn't been said before? Well, it all depends on how you look at it. At any rate, we're going to give it our best shot to be a little different. Torun is perhaps the prime example of Gothic architecture in the world. Its medieval quality is virtually pristine. And fitting this setting, it's also the birthplace of Nicholas Copernicus, who taught us that the Earth goes around the sun, and not the other way around. I'm not going to say that this is everything you always wanted to know about Torun, but were afraid to ask, but it's close to it. This is certainly a city not to be missed. It's a pleasure to be enjoyed slowly and deliberately. It would take a couple of weeks to see everything in this city and really soak in the atmosphere, and that would still be pushing it. But we are doing our dead level best to show you the greatest hits of Torun. So sit back and enjoy the next few episodes as Torun is unveiled before your eyes. I'm Will, this is Poland Daily Travel, and we love to see you watching. Like us on YouTube and subscribe if you really, really like us. So join us for Poland Daily Travel does Torun. Okay, so Carolina, we're in the courtyard of the, what's it called, the Ratusz, the town hall?
Perfectly, Ratusz, the town hall, so the most important building in every city, of course.
Right.
And our town hall is very special as well, because not only it's a very old town hall, because it has like 600 years, but also if you look at the structure of it, it's very different. I say that it's a little bit like Spanish style building, because it has this patio, courtyard inside, which is not really typical for Polish town halls. And what is also interesting, this one building joined very different functions, because it was not only the seat of the local city council, but it was also, for example, it had the functions of trade. So actually the whole ground floor was dedicated to trade. For example, on the left side, they would trade with cloths brought from Holland and from England.
Cloth was traded here.
Exactly.
The whole thing was an actual trade center, if you will, yeah?
The ground floor, exactly.
The ground floor.
Yeah, that's true.
The whole ground floor. Okay.
And on the other side, there was something more interesting, because over there they would trade with bread and our favorite gingerbread cookies.
So this was famous even back then?
Of course.
This was a delicacy that people...
Yeah, gingerbread started in the 14th century. So that's also when the town hall was already existing. Yes.
What's in a gingerbread cookie?
Okay, as the name suggests, there should be ginger, but actually the English translations is not very accurate.
That was a trick question, ginger. Yeah. It's like,
yes,
who's buried in granite?
That's a tricky question, because actually everyone thinks it's ginger, like the most important ingredient of the cookie, but it's not. But it's not.
Okay.
Actually, the most ingredient is pepper. That conserve pepper.
I like pepper. Black pepper? Or?
Black pepper.
Yeah,
exactly.
just black pepper.
Black pepper.
Really? No wonder I like gingerbread.
You see, that's why. Now you know why you like it.
Okay, all right.
But,
and what's next?
But coming back to the town hall, right? So, as I said, a very important center of the trade.
Okay.
But also, one of the corners over there, for example, there used to be the city scales, where the merchants could weigh their goods. And if someone was cheating, or was accused of cheating, that suspected person was taken just next to it, where used to be the city court.
Oh, they were taken right to the court, yeah?
Exactly, right to the court.
So they didn't put them in those things with the thing and throw vegetables at them?
There was justice, yes, there was justice. So first of all the trial, yes, and then the penalty, yes. It was quite just.
Oh, you had to have a trial first? I think just immediately start throwing vegetables.
No. There was a trial, and if the person was found guilty, then there was a penalty, right?
Okay, cool.
So we will see actually one place where the guilty person could end up, which is quite surprising for most people, I guess. Because the death penalty was not really as popular as people think.
We wouldn't give somebody a death penalty just for,
putting
their thumb on the scale. Off with his head. This cheater cannot live. Come on, it's going too far.
Let's not go that far.
Nah, it's a little Arabic, I would say. Yeah, actually, it would just cut off your hand. Which seems fair enough to me. Yeah.
But there is something also very interesting that I must tell you about this town hall, is that the most beautiful rooms are actually in that corner on the first floor, because are the rooms that were always used by Polish kings that visited Torun. And there were 14 Polish kings visiting Torun.
14?
14.
Wow.
One of them had so much fun here that he even died.
He died here. You just had to.
I hope you are not. I know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm not a king.
Yeah, not
despite
here, but.
despite my regal appearance, but I'm not a king. And the other thing is, I plan to go to bed really early tonight. So, yeah. Don't listen to me, folks. Yeah. No. So that there's no possibility at all that I will be out partying tonight in Torun and eating too much gingerbread.
Like this king.
And what did the king? Do you know how he died? What happened?
Actually, probably that was the heart attack, because the day was really, really hot, like one of these days that we have right now. But he really enjoyed stays in Torun. We don't know if he exaggerated with beer.
Well, he probably wasn't in a lot of
women.
very good shape. He's a king. People are carrying him around in his chair all the time.
Yeah, not too healthy lifestyle probably as
he's
well.
just drinking all the time and going, I'm a king. I don't have to do anything. To get his seal out and go like this, as the kings do. What else are we going to see here?
So actually, right now, it is possible to see the whole building inside because it's a museum. Museum of very important stuff like all this medieval, like altars, stained glasses, crafts, and the upper floors are dedicated.
Altars, stained glass, different crafts, everything from medieval times.
Everything.
How old's the oldest piece?
I guess these would be like from 13th century.
13th
like the
century,
jars.
1200s.
Yeah.
I always like to say that because even it's confusing. 1300s, 13th century? No, 1200s, right? Yeah.
12 something,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
So 13th century, basically.
Yeah.
I would guess that the oldest one would be the jars of different guilds. They're also like very interesting. And what is also like very interesting to see in the royal rooms, for example, is also the oldest Polish collection of all Polish kings. Which is not as famous one as the Matejko's collection, which
Matejko, the great artist, right?
Yeah,
the great
exactly.
painter. Yeah.
And by the way, right now we have an exhibition of the paintings of Matejko.
But it's not open yet. It's opening. Is it open now or tomorrow or this weekend?
The start would be on Friday.
On Friday. We're just going to miss it. That's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
we're just going to miss it. But anyway, we're not going to miss the next exciting part of me and Carolina, our new friend on Poland Daily Travel, the greatest expert who probably ever lived on Torun and its splendor. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Did I say too much or not enough? Was it about right?
It's okay.
It's about right. Okay. We'll be right back. Let's go over here and see this.
7 minutes.